Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. So today is kind of a voyage of discovery where I'm trying to locate a woods called the Ballinastoe Woods. It's up beyond the Sally Gap in the Wicklow Mountains, and in there is a boardwalk that in certain lighting conditions can be really magical, and I'm trying to locate that today to try and take a photograph of it. I've seen a few photographs online. People have been there before, but a lot of people seem to take a lot of time trying to find the location, have trouble finding the location. So I think I've done enough research and I think I know where it is. So the end goal is to get there and get a photograph of that boardwalk going through the forest. So that's where I hope to get to today. I have a couple of hours. I've set aside these few hours today, you know, as an amateur hobbyist photographer. I have to fit these things in around home life and work, etc. So I have a few days today, a few hours today, mind you, and let's see what we can get. And hopefully I can get to the Ballinastoe Woods and find that location. Right now I am at a place called the Sean Kelly Bridge. Nothing spectacular, but named after a famous cyclist, of course. This bridge was the scene of a famous incident when Sean Kelly was still a professional cyclist back in the late 80s. I think it was on the Tour of Ireland or the Nissan Classic or whatever it was back then. And he came down this road from the Sally Gap and almost didn't make it around this bridge. So it's not an exciting bridge by any means. It's an old stone structure with a concrete cap on top of it. But because it's Sean Kelly and because it's my first step on this voyage of discovery today, I'm going to try and take a photograph of it. I'll flip you around to show you the actual bridge, and you can see it there in the distance. So you can see it's on a sharp bend. And Kelly was coming down from the Sally Gap and almost didn't make it and ended up in the river. I'm going to boot up, see what I can get here, and then move on to the next location on my way to the end goal, the Ballinastoe Woods. Anyone who loves landscape photography, anyone who's out in the wild knows how important a decent pair of boots are. So last night I gave my boots a good waxing and a good spray and all treated up and waterproof and ready to go again. As important as the camera, as everyone knows. So time to get these babies on and get some photographs taken. Yeah, so I'm just down here riverside at the moment, and I'm just looking at the water and the flow of the water, and I'm trying to get some leading lines back into the bridge. Now, as I said, this bridge is nothing spectacular. It's just the fact that it's a famous bridge called the Sean Kelly Bridge. I'm just going to get a shot of it on my way and see how we get on. I've got OM1 MK2, my 8-25mm. I've got an ND8 and a polarizer on the front to take the shine off these rocks. And I'm going to do all this handheld, maybe a 1-second exposure, take the image and move on. So if I got any images here at the Sean Kelly Bridge, well, here they are. So next stop is a quick stop at a location I've been before. I think it's a location called the Sarah Riley Bridge. And here in this location, there's 3 isolated sycamore trees. I was here early in the summer and I managed to capture one of the trees isolated with the road heading off up towards the Sally Gap. One of my favourite shots of the year, and I'll show it here in this video. But I'll flip you around. Hopefully I'll flip you around, and here's the location, and you can see the trees isolated on their own with literally nothing around in this location for kilometres as we're heading up towards the Sally Gap. Another item of significance here is that the river that's running below the bridge is the River Liffey, which is the river that flows down through my hometown of Kilcullen and on around and exits into the Irish Sea at Dublin. So just a stream here, but again, significant to me because it's the river that runs through my hometown eventually. So what I'm going to try and do here is, as I flip you back around, isolate the tree. The leaves are gone, it's a different time of year. I'm going to take a shot here, try and replicate the shot I did from earlier in the summer. So if this works out, here's the shot from earlier in the summer with the shot I've taken now. And then it's time to pack up and keep heading on because the hours are passing by. Welcome back again. So another stop on the way, and this one is completely unexpected. And I got back into the car after being down at the Sycamores, and I felt myself rushing a little bit, rushing to get that photo, rushing to get on to the next one. And I said, oh, hang on a little minute there, Mark, just slow down a bit and enjoy it. So yeah, I've taken the conscious decision just to slow down, look around, and kind of be more concerned with the journey rather than the destination. So I was driving, continuing on up to the Sally Gap, and we're now at an elevation of, I don't know, somewhere between 400, 500 meters above sea level. And we're in the thick cloud, as you can see. And I crossed over a bridge here and I saw this tree, and I'll just flip you around. I don't know if you can see it, but down in the distance here, we have this tree shrouded in cloud. And I thought to myself, my God, is this my first Guido van der Water moment? I'm waiting for some light, but definitely I feel that there's a nice photograph here somewhere with the stream running down towards the tree. So I've geared up, coat on, it's wet, it's misty, but I'm going to take a look here and see what I can get. And if I got anything good here, if I got anything that I'm happy with, well, here's those few photographs. And fingers crossed, I've got my first Guido van der Water moment. What a beautiful location. I've never been here, but you can see the tree in the distance that I'm trying to focus on. And I got the river running in the foreground. It hasn't stopped raining here for 5 days, so we got a lot of water in these streams. But I'm hoping that some light will break through, but I'm just not feeling it at the moment. I've a funny feeling we're going to be covered in cloud at this elevation all day. So I'm going to take a few shots here, 1 second exposures, to try and slow down the water. See can I get that tree in focus first of all, because the cloud is coming in and out so much. But I'll place you guys there beside me. I've switched over to the 12 to 100. I've got the ND8 on again here, and I've got I'm working in conjunction with the ND16, I think, in the body of the OM1. So I'm going to see can I get a few here. If I do, well, here's some of those photos. Yeah, really, just what a stunning location. And you see the stream and the tree and the cloud. But I just thought I'd give you a look at the conditions around. We're in deep bog, dense bushes, furze bushes, gorse, so conditions are quite tough going. I'm going to see can I get down there just another little bit, about 50 meters. And this is where this piece of kit comes in. I'm not sure if you've ever seen them. I've got one of these PG White Tech clips, and they're great for holding your camera while you're walking, so you're nice and steady. So I can hold this camera and other equipment that I may or may not need to carry. So if you're out and about and you want to save yourself some hardship, or maybe stop yourself from falling over and breaking cameras, get yourself one of these clips that your camera can clip onto. Absolute lifesaver. Yeah, so I think this is as far as I'm going to get down this little stream, as close as I'm going to get to this tree. I'll flip you around again and you can see. So there's my river and there's my tree. but we've a blanket of dense cloud here. I don't think there's any light going to break through. But I'm going to slow down, I'm going to give it a little bit of time. Remember, just focus on the photo, try and take my time, see what I can get. It may or may not happen. If it doesn't, so be it. But I'll flip it back around. I'm going to, as I said, spend a few minutes here, see what I can get. If I get any images from this location, well, here's those few images. So I've quickly switched back over to the 8 to 25 mil. I've got a little bit closer to this tree. The water here is lovely. I'm a little bit more underneath the tree looking up. No chance of light piercing this dense fog today, so I'll just have to go with what I got. I'll take a few more pictures here at this location and then head back to the car and head on down the road. So yeah, so from this location, here's a few images, then back on the road. Currently driving along, and the fog is really dense now at this point, and beautiful views on a clear day down to my right, down to Lough Tay, but you definitely won't see them today. I'm on the lookout here now for the parking spot for Ballinastoe Woods to get up to the Ballinastoe Boardwalk. Let's see, can I find it? Fingers crossed we get to where we want to go. So I've just pulled in off the road on this little siding. And just back up there, about 200 meters, is the entrance to the area I need to get to, I think. So for now, I'm just going to have a little tea break, get some tea and the sandwich before I head up there. It's going to take me about 15 minutes to kind of get up there, but fingers crossed I get up there and I find what I'm looking for. But as you can look around, we are clouded in heavy, dense fog. Like down there on a beautiful day, you would not believe the views. I'll have to bring you back another day. But, you know, worst case scenario, I find the spot, I find the location I need to get in, and I find the boardwalk area that I'm looking for. I can always come back another day. But I'm going to get up there after my cup of tea and see can we get something anyway. So little break and we'll be back shortly. So I'm just walking back up the road here about 100 meters from my car, and I think I found this mysterious entrance that nobody seems to be able to find. But when you look at it, kind of looks completely obvious. As to this trail, marked by the Wicklow Way markers, and heads on up into the forest in that direction. So yeah, I'm going to take a walk on up here then, see what I can find. Apparently it's about 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in, so no idea what I'm going to find. I think I'm going to find people. I see lots of people around, but other than that, I'm not sure there's going to be photographs to take. But we'll give it a go and see. Wow, quite spooky in here. Dense fog coming down through the trees. I'm wondering, is that a shot actually? Maybe it is. Maybe I'll just stop and see if I can get something here. The light coming down through the top of the trees. Yeah, it might be interesting. I'll try something here. If it's any good, well, here's the shot.
Yeah, so after about 10 minutes, I think I found the boardwalk I'm looking for. But man, what a spooky place in the fog. When you look around and into the trees, ooh. You can see some decent shots here when you see it through the viewfinder of an Osmo. And that's back down the path where I've come from. So I'm going to continue on up here to my left and straight up in that direction. And you can kind of see light coming in from the left. I have a funny feeling that's the area I'm looking for. If it is, there's certainly going to be no light streaming through the trees today, but let's see what we can get anyway. I can hear the echoes of people around, so there's certainly people in and around the place. But I'll continue on up here and try and find a location I'm looking for. And then when we get there, let's see what we can get. Yeah, so this is definitely the location I've been looking for. You can see the boardwalk heading off, winding its way up the hillside. We've got this clearing on the left, which the light is coming in on. And even on this dark, damp, wet morning, there is light coming through. So I can only imagine what it's like, say, on a clearer day when the sun gets up and the rays come shining through these branches in to illuminate sections of this path. I can certainly see a composition here, even on this foggy day. And it's the composition that most people have got, but I've never got it, so I'm going to enjoy taking it. It's the line of the boardwalk heading away, and some the old dry stone wall on the left illuminated by some of the light, and it's certainly diffused light with this fog, but we can figure out something and get a few shots here. So I'm going to spend a few minutes here composing a few shots, and if they turn out okay, well, here they are. Yeah, so I'm at the fine location here where the boardwalk ends and exits the woodland. So I think I've come and I've at least found this location that I was looking for. When I turn around and look back, ooh, I like the little waymark sign there. I see the little yellow guy on the left. I like him and his contrast between the rest of the autumnal colours of the woodland. And there's a kind of a half decent composition, I think. So I'm going to shoot that shot and maybe one or two more from this location, and then I'm going to make my way back down to the car and see if there's anything else on the way back. But certainly this location, I think, if you can imagine on a day when the sun is piercing the trunks of the trees, and certain parts of the woodland are lit up and certain parts are in shadow, I can imagine that to be to make for some striking photos, and I have seen some striking photos of this location. So it's certainly one to come back for, but and one to revisit. But now I'll just hang around here for a few minutes, just look around, see if there's anything else around, and then I'll head on back down to the car and take stock. Yeah, and so as I head back down this boardwalk towards the car once again, oh man, can you imagine the light that would be coming in there on a really sunny day? I have to come back. But yeah, sorry, I digress. I just want to kind of take stock and just thank everyone so far who has watched some of my videos, my 5 or 6 videos that I've created. The people that have liked those videos, the people who have made comments, and the people who have subscribed to the channel. It's been really mind-blowing, to be honest, that anyone would want to watch content from a 55-year-old land surveyor from Ireland who does this as a hobby. But you know, I really appreciate everyone's good wishes, and I really appreciate everyone's interaction. It's been really heartwarming. So I look forward to continue to doing it, and I love taking photos, and the video is something I also like doing. That kind of helps people through the medium of video to see the images, which is great for any photographer. So yeah, and just while I'm here, all I brought with me today was the OM1 MK2, the 8-25 wide angle, and the 12-100 f4 Pro. 2 lenses, 1 camera. It's too foggy. I was never going to get any wildlife today, so the big black one stayed at home, the 150-600. And you know, the micro four thirds system. I've come from full frame back to micro four thirds, and it's really advantageous for someone like me out and about hiking, carrying a small pack camera here on my shoulder and just being able to take shots as I go on the go. But again, listen, thanks to everyone who has watched these videos. I hope you like this one today. I hope some of these images can maybe inspire you to go out and on a damp day like this and take a few shots if you have a few hours to spare. And if you do, please spread the word. It'd be really great if you liked this video, if you subscribed, and if you just hyped it a bit. And if you want to make a comment, I'd be delighted to see and read those comments and always reply to them. So once again, everyone, thanks for your time today. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. For now, for me, it's quick scamper back down this trail and back home and back to work. Bye for now, until the next time. Everything packed up and on the way home, and I come back over the Sally Gap, and as I emerge, I can see the cloud lifting and the lowlands in the distance. So I've actually just stopped here on the side of the road in a pretty precarious location, but when you got to get the shot, you got to get the shot. The cloud is rolling again. I'll just flip you around. We're looking down the road, but just down there, the cloud lifts and comes and lifts and comes and goes, and I'm just waiting for it to lift again. And I'm going to try and get 1 or 2 shots just under the cloud level down towards the lowlands of Kildare. So fingers crossed I don't get rear-ended by another car, and hopefully I get the shots. If I do, well, here they are.